Hi guys, Tiffany here. Welcome to my Quilting Life Insomniac Quilting Series, episode number 13. I always forget. I type it, and then I forget by the time I get right here to say something. So funny. So if you haven't joined me yet, get on your pajamas and join me for some sewing when we can't sleep in our pajamas. I am working on what I worked on in episode 12, which was last night's video, and it is making some blocks like this. And I'm going to, keep making more and more blocks. So yeah, if you're new to my channel, don't forget to subscribe, like, and share my videos. And yeah. Hi, Vicky. Hi, Sinead. Getting ready for bed. I wish I was getting ready for bed, but I can't sleep. So I'm in here now, and I am going to get some stuff, more sewing done. So again, I'm making these blocks that look like this, and then one will be the opposite of it. So, and there's lots of them. So if there's this block, the opposite is there. They should all be together because I'm going to be cutting again. I don't know exactly what I'm doing, but I will get there. So I'm just going to set those aside because they are already done and get back to more. So again, I think I'm on these where I just take one of these because I had 16 in 4 sets of them, and then I had 8 in 4 sets. So I'm mixing them and then I'm putting them together. Mixing them and then putting them together. So Nana's house. Hi, I enjoy your videos. My first was last night. Well, hello there. Should I call you Nana? Welcome to my channel. Hi, Slowing Down Joe. Or I should just say Joe because it's easier. Love the t-shirt. I want one. Yeah, it's cute, isn't it? It was sent from one of my subscribers. So, oops, this thing towards me. All right, so now I'm going to just put these together. Again, I'm just pairing 2 up and then randomly cutting these. And I'm having fun with it. And look, they're already paired just by doing this. Should probably just go ahead and set another one together so I get 4 at a time done. Let's just do that. We'll do 4 more. Just so that I can get 4 done at a time because it's a lot faster for me to just do that. So if that yellow was with the pink, this one could go with the gray. Again, I'm not carrying the directions of the fabric that I'm using. I don't care which order it's in. So if it's side, if one's going up and down, one's going side to side on the direction of it, doesn't bother me. Okay. I'm going to move my mouse so I don't cut it because remember I told you guys I had almost cut the mouse once, the thing for it. Hi, Billy. I was going to do some sewing, but my back is killing me. Can really walk right now. Oh, it should say can't probably. My nose is so stuffed that I can't hardly breathe, and I'm not a mouth breather, but I have a cough drop in, hoping that it prevents coughing throughout this video. I'm also going to move that up and out of the way. Oh, an update. I had to re-edit my video. I was telling you guys last night that I edited a video and it was like stuck at 60%. Well, I tried again 2 more times before I just said screw it. Re-edited the video. I deleted the original everything that I edited. Re-edited it today, which took another 2 hours because it takes a while to edit a video. Only for it to have killed out again even earlier in the save process. So I'm not sure what's happening here, but it's in the save process again. And this time the countdown is on. So it's still counting down, which is a plus. So that means it hasn't killed out completely, but the video has stopped playing in the save process. I'm not technology smart. I don't know what's happening. And I'm just not very good at it. So I'll figure it out someday. All right, one more. Not this one. Really crooked. How about that? Look at that. Nice and crooked. because I think it looks cool. Oh, and I found my knee lift for my machine. So now you guys won't be seeing me lift this up and down anymore. You will see me just using my knee. Actually, you don't see my knee. I see my knee and feel it against the knee lift. But if you don't know what a knee lift is, there's a bar that looks like this that plugs into a special hole in the front of my machine, and it kind of comes perfect almost with the level of where my knee is sitting, but it's also in an awkward position at this desk because of the way I have to sit with my feet up on there's a stool under it because it's really tall, and it's a barred height table. So it's kind of a little awkward, but I guess I'll get used to it over time. I used it when I used the machine in my bedroom last year, and in the garage when I used it on a regular desk, and it works just fine. So, and I used it just a little bit earlier on a little side project that I was fixing. So let's see, I'm gonna look at comments. Hi, Cindy. I'm back for only a little while. I have to get up early for a doctor's appointment. Oh, no. Well, you need to get up early then so you can get to that doctor's on time. I am making my project I started in last night's Insomniac video, number 12. Back is killing me. Sorry, Vicki, that your back is killing you. Nana, I'm back to quilting after a few years. You make me want to hurry and get it done. Thank you. Well, it is definitely fun. I enjoy playing around with all the little things that I've been doing and side projects and learning new things and teaching you guys the new things that I'm learning. I'm having a lot of fun with that. So I'm glad that you're wanting to get back into quilting. It's definitely a very stress relieving craft. I mean, there's some stressful parts in this, but it's definitely stress relieving to just sit here and sew, you know. I had that changed from earlier. I was doing a project. I'm not used to the knee lift. I keep wanting to lift up back here. So I'm just sewing these together, and we'll see what they come out as. Hopefully I can get at least all the first part done tonight. Where all of at least this set of everything is sewn together before I can start the next set of cutting. And I'm chain piecing 2 sets at a time, just so that you guys know if you're doing any kind of projects like this or you want. These were 10-inch squares, but I had to wash them. So now they're like 9.5 inches. So I'm just cutting and sewing them back together. Why did I do that? I can't get used to it. It's so hard to think, oh, that's what I'm supposed to be doing. Cutting it from there. I mean, lifting the presser thing. I made a tabletop new ironing board cover today. Not perfect, but it works. That's awesome, Vicki. I need to put a new cover on my other ironing board, the long skinny one, the ones that I really don't like using, but it needs a new cover, and you guys have probably seen it in videos. It's getting really worn out. This one, on the other hand, the big one, that one's withheld up a lot. So that one's doing good. And back to that whole sheets conversation, you guys know that you can cover an ironing board with a cotton sheet and cotton batting on the inside, and you can put 1 or 2 layers. It depends on your ironing board surface. But yeah, cotton sheets. That's what I use because I have so many of them that I can just use cotton sheets to cover my ironing boards every time I need to cover them. So out of curiosity, how many of you use a knee lift on your machine? Because I can't get re-used to it again. It's so weird. Like I was seriously used to it before, but then when I came in here and started using it, now that I found it again, it seems to be a little harder to use. Yes, Nita's starting on a t-shirt quilt and need to know if I want to add corner blocks. How do I need to cut my fabric? Wait. Starting on a t-shirt quilt and need to know if I want to add corner blocks. How do I need to cut my fabric? I don't know. Are you using the shirts to put your cornerstones in? Vicky just uses her foot. Got used to it working in a factory. So Billy, you've worked in a factory to use the knee lift? Oh, well this doesn't help. I ran out of bobbin. I haven't changed it since last night when you guys saw me, so. I did manage to load a quilt on the frame today, which is a step, but I haven't quilted it. It's basted and just sitting out there. I haven't done anything with it. I kind of don't know. I was thinking I wanted to quilt like something on it, like spirals and feathers or something, or a back and forth feather that goes all the way down, just a wild feather, but I don't know if I want to put that much work into it because the quilt reads boy or man quilt, so I don't want to female it up any. I'm just going to stick these right here next to me because I don't have the room. Now that my knee lift is on here, the whole machine had to be brought forward a little. We got used to sheets when I was young, ironing Daddy's white starched shirts. Well, I use sheets for every type of thing possible here with my quilting. It goes on backs of quilts, it goes on ironing boards, it goes for the floor. I cover the floor in the in front of the long arm when I have quilts that are big and touch the floor, so that dust and dirt and grime don't get on the quilt top while I'm quilting it. They make great scraps to screw around with when you're trying to make something like say you want to design something or test a block out and you don't want to use any of your good fabric, but you have tons of leftover pieces of sheets. Chop the sheets up and use the sheets to make sure that your numbers are correct, you know? I mean, it works for all sorts of stuff. I use them for everything. Billy worked for Hager Slacks for 25 years. Whoa, that's a long time. Lisa loves her knee lift. Hi, Beverly. Well, I should have said hi, Lisa, too, since I just noticed your name. Hi, Jim. All right, so there's more done. Move on to some more. So now I'm going to do the combinations between these sets. So I'm just grab one of each of these. And again, as long as I'm mixing them up, it shouldn't matter. Okay, so one of each of these. And let's match with one of each of these now. So let's put this with that one. Put the green with the blue this time. Dark red with the orangey color. And the brown with the pinky color. And I'm not putting them right sides together. I'm just keeping, oh, this one's really wrinkled right there. I'm just keeping them face up. And make sure your dogs are, you know, not hiding during my videos because Squeak is out. And he's making lots of squeaky noises. For those of you who have animals, because squeak makes noise, which is my iron. For those of you who are new to my channel, squeak is the name of my iron, which you have just heard squeak. Hold on. Oh, why did I put that there? This is supposed to go here. All right. Move these out of the way, move those two out of the way, and cut these two to start. Again, I don't care if your cuts are crooked, as long as I take the middle and put it above. I don't care the size or any of it. Just having fun. Okay. So now all these are ready to sew. Eating peanut butter on a spoon. You know, that sounds like something Scott would do. He eats peanut butter and pretzels every single day. Well, at least I think every single day. Mostly every single day. Oops. Guess I'm not paying attention. Can't find it. Yeah, it took me forever to find mine. Scott remembered. I told him, you know, I was like, where did I put that thing? It was under there, but the girls were messing with it. It was there, but you know what I mean? And then when I put it here, but where did it go from there? So I searched and searched, and I actually found it in the box on top of my shelf that I keep my scribble patterns in. If you don't know what my scribble patterns are, it is my brain exploding on a piece of paper. 90% of it I have not even made yet, and the other 10% I have made and you guys have seen. One of these days I should go through it all and figure out and put them together, figure them out, whatever I was trying to accomplish, and put them together. All right, good night, Senada. We'll see you next time. Hi, Chris. Hi, Teresa. The other Teresa said that she noticed, and I didn't even notice it last night, Teresa. Did you want to be a moderator? Because I have to do that from the computer. If you want, I can make you a moderator on my channel. Since you're on here at night when I'm on, and I don't really have, I mean, Senada was on right now, but if you want, I can make you a moderator. Okay. All you have to do is watch for trolls. Let me do that real quick while we're right here. If I'm squinting, it's because I'm trying to see There it is. Okay, because yeah, I have to do that from the computer. So it should have now put a highlight next to your name. Okay. So for anybody to see that, you have to leave the chat and then come back to it, I think. I'm not sure how that works. Ah, there it is. Yeah, it's my nighttime ones are harder to have people on here that are here at night. So I'd like the moderators to be at least people that are on at night. And you're always here, so on my night ones. And I didn't even see it last night when you commented saying that you could. The other Teresa said she saw it when she was rewatching the video. I don't always see everything. I try to get all your guys' comments and questions, but I don't always. And if you didn't notice, the weirdest thing today, so last night, if you guys were here, you remember me saying I was at 909. Somehow today, from last night till today, I have reached, guess what? 960. Bam, just like that. So today my YouTube channel has been growing, so I'll probably have to have more moderators in the future. But for now, awesome. Thank you. Oh, it went up again, even more. It was just at 960 before I started this video and I turned my YouTube on. Holy moly. Something on there must be making me super popular. All of a sudden, I must be doing something right. Oh, I must have made a crooked cut here. Like really wonky. Oh well. Sometimes I don't pay attention when I'm cutting and I kind of veer away from the ruler. It looks like that's what I did on this one. Definitely. Oh well, it's still sewing. Yeah, I will. Hi, June. Yeah, it's going to go pretty darn quick. And just as a forewarning, you night people will know, for my 1,000 subscribers, when I hit 1,000, I'm going to be doing a giveaway. But it's not just any giveaway, so just pay attention for that. For all of you who are on only at nighttime, I will be having a giveaway when I hit to 1,000, and I won't announce it until I'm at 1,000. So just watch for that. All right, let's put pink with blue this time, and this one with this one. All right. Let's grab 2 more. Oh, look at this. So I should have an equal amount now. Yeah. Okay. So I'm doing this correct. I haven't pulled the wrong pieces, which is good. I'll have an equal amount throughout this whole entire process. So this time I'm going to put blue with this. All right. Pink. Okay. Okay. Oh, this one messed up. Hold on, let me press it first. They have some crinkles in them. Again, warning to all of those with dogs. Beware. Squeak is in action and will annoy your pets. Oh, here's another crooked one. That's so weird. Must be the way I had the blocks stacked out of the way. I am working on the same project that I started in episode 12 of the Insomniac Quilting series. So it was 9-inch, they were 10-inch squares that got washed. Now they're like 9.5. Who knows? They're all kind of messed up. And I'm just taking two, stacking them on top of each other, right sides up. I'm cutting two crooked and or straight lines. It really doesn't matter. Just two to separate it, and then creating blocks that look like this, matching up two colors. So this one will be these colors, and this one is the opposite of those. Okay, so that's what I'm making. So I get two blocks, and this is not the only cut I will be doing. As soon as I finish making all the sets, then I'll make more cuts. But I'm taking the middle piece and swapping them so that everything can be mixed up really well. Whoa, that was weird. Let's make this one a super wide one. I'm just rotating them, sewing them back together. And I'm having fun with it. Nick just laughed when I told him what was squeaking. He's never heard a squeaking iron before? I don't think anyone's ever heard a squeaking iron before. I never heard a squeaking iron before until Squeak started squeaking. And then I'm just chain piecing them through. Two sets at a time so that I don't confuse myself. Yeah, this will be pretty cool. I don't know what my next cut will be, or if I'm even going to make two cuts. I never, I don't know. I will figure it out when I get there. But I'm having fun with it, so that's all that matters. Because I was bored last night, and I was like, this has been sitting on the shelf for so long. What should I do with it? So that's where this whole me doing something with it. And I'm not using any accent colors either. They won't even get a border. It's just me using up stuff, creating something random. There's no pattern. There's no pattern, no rules to follow. Just lots of sewing fun. So that's what I'm doing. I just don't recommend washing pre-cuts unless you absolutely have to. I had to, so that's why I'm doing this. I didn't want to sit and have to cut every single block out, all these squares, because that's a lot of pieces, into a specific size, if that makes any sense. I didn't want to cut them all down to 9 inches and then try to design something off of that. So I just like doing whatever. Okay, I'll be here. He said steam part is plugged. Probably. It's been cleaned. It's been fixed. Who knows? Why do I keep lifting that? Didn't tingle. Nope, didn't tingle. Still not used to this knee. I'm having issues getting used to this knee lift. It will become second nature soon enough, I guess. Just got my first 10 blocks done for tea and started the next step, and I don't sleep either. That's good. I haven't started my blocks for tea quilts yet. I was going to actually do it in a video. So yeah. Haven't done it. I got all the stuff ready though. Everything's ready. Just need to pull up a PDF and hope that my screen stays on while I'm trying to do it. Because I don't remember this, I think it was like 3.5 by 2.5 or something. Wow, I'm almost done with putting these together. I don't have much left. Now all I have to do is press all this afterwards and then figure out my next step. It's going to be so fun. Stop lifting that, Tiffany. My brain naturally just wants to go back there and grab it. Your cat has some of your fabric scattered all over. Every time my door is left open, my cat will come in here. And lately his thing is coming and jumping up here and then jumping up here to see what's up here. So that's what he's been doing lately. He hasn't knocked anything down though, which is good. Join in and swap things, but I love to watch the videos. Well, the one for tea quilts is cool because it's using scraps for one, except for my center square and all the black for around the edges. And for two, the only thing I'm paying for is the shipping there and then the shipping back. So that's a bonus. I don't have to pay like a monthly fee or anything. So little by little, I'm putting $5 here, $5 there aside, so that in January, February, March or something like that, when it's technically starting, I can actually send my blocks in and afford it. That's why I haven't started yet. Besides the needing, the wanting to make a video part. 2, 3, 4. Scatter them right here. Let's put the blue with the red this time. Oops, why am I putting it downward? It goes this way. Put the gray with the green. We'll put the peach with the orange. We'll put the yellow with the tan. Although there's not much contrast between the two of these, I'm still mixing them up together. I think it'd be just fine because it's going to be blended through once there's more pieces connected. All right. And then I only have one more double sets to make. Oops, there's a piece that needs to be pressed. And then all I have to do is press the rest of it and start the next step, which I have no clue what it is just yet. Beverly, I also joined. Oh, hello there, Beverly. Oh my God, I couldn't say that for a second. Got to have the fabric, and I don't have. Oh, so you don't have no scraps then, Vicki, is what you're saying? Let's do a really skinny middle. I don't think I've done skinny middle yet. I probably have. I'm just not paying attention. Let's do this one. Crooked. Like that. Let's do this one. Ooh, these two look so good together. And the last two. And then I'll put together the last set after I sew these. And look at that. And then I have to just press and get to the next part. Hi, Michelle. Where have you been, bestie? I'm going to have to kick your butt. Do I have to come to Bakersfield and kick your butt for not coming on and saying hi every day? Just kidding. I know you don't feel good just like me. I should have brought more cough drops in here because I feel it coming on. Just a little stuff Sandy sent a long time ago trying to make 2.5-inch squares. Oh, so you don't have much scraps then. Jim has 2 layered cakes, one orange and the other blue. Maybe I'll try what you're doing. You know what, Jim? This is fun. Just make the first 2 cuts and then wait till whatever I do with the next 2. I think it's fun at just being random, 2 colors face up, and have fun with it, you know? If I had a calculator open, I would be able to tell you how many pieces I actually had total. I had 4 piles of 16 and 4 piles of 8. So 16 times 4, 8 and 8 is 16, 8 and 8 is 16, 5, 6. So 16 times 8, right? 4, 5, 6. No, 16 times 6. Whatever 16 times 6 is, that's how many pieces I started with. Okay, Teresa. Alrighty. Just chain piecing them together. Really not having to get up much. I'm just getting up every time I cut the sets too, Jim. So technically, I mean, I was on here however long last night, but I had to go to the bathroom. That's the only reason why I stopped. But for an hour and 30 minutes last night, and now I'm on for 30 minutes. I have not touched anything since until now. So, and I'm making the stack right there. You can see right there, and I'm just pressing them as I have a whole stack. So, not really much work involved. And very, very cool results so far. Every block is different. They're not a correct size, and everything will have to be trimmed down, but that's okay. Because I don't fully know what it's going to turn out looking like anyway, so it's okay that I have to trim. And if you chain piece, then it goes pretty darn fast. So see, all 4 of these are done already. Now I have 4 of those, and then 4 more to do after that. Bring them close. And so, and if you're going to mix an orange layer cake with a blue layer cake, do one of the orange colors with one of the blue colors, and just don't care what 2 end up together, because I'm going to be mixing these together with something else as well. So, and I don't have to use any background color or anything, just the layer cake itself. Came up with 96. So I started with 96 pieces. 16 times 6 is 96. Wow, that's a lot. How much is in a layer cake? If there's 42 in some layer cakes and there's 40 in some layer cakes. So there's usually 82 to 84 pieces with 2 layer cakes. So I have just a little bit more than 2 layer cakes. So that a 2 layer cakes makes a king size quilt. You guys know this, right? So I have enough here to make a king size quilt. Wow. That's a lot of pieces. Michelle, are you still here? They're all different solids and patterns. That works. Sister Marie. Hi, Sister Marie. Welcome. I've never seen your name before, but you probably watched before. But welcome. what is the machine you are using, and is that brand always loud when sewing fast? Usually it's loud when it's not cleaned. And it's loud also because I have a special speaker or a microphone that picks up the sound in here. So that way you can hear me talking while the machine's running. But it's a Juki, and it is kind of loud normally. But if I clean it and oil it and stuff, then it's a little bit more quieter. Until the next time. But my little brother machine is loud too, so I guess it's just all machines. So maybe if it sounds really loud for you, then it's probably because the microphone is picking up the sound differently. All right, I'm almost done with these, and I can move on to the last sets. Get on to the next step. I'm so excited to see what's going to happen or what I'm going to end up doing, because you guys know me, I don't really know until I get to that part. And the machine actually, for further future listening, it actually goes faster, but if I make it go faster, unfortunately, it will vibrate away from me or off the table or to me. So I don't have it going any faster than it is. Plus, I sew fast. Always. Wait until you hear the iron. We'll let her wait until, yeah, make sure you don't have a dog in the room. Sometimes cats might hear it, but mainly dog. I'm not ironing yet, though. I will iron as soon as the rest of these are finished, because these are the last 4 sets. All right, this time let's put the brown with the gray. That'll look cool. Where's that? Some of them are really crooked. There we go. Let's put more red with the blue again, because I actually liked that. Let's put green with the yellow and orange with the pink. Look at that. Last sets, guys. And then I can go to the next step. Let's just cut them and then I'll swap them. How's that? Just make all the cuts now. Whoa. All right. All the cuts are done. Swap. 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 And swap. That's all I have left to sew. Yay. All right. My cats are sleeping tonight. Mine's asleep on the cat we have a rocking chair that is it's a love seat rocking chair from like the 40s that was reupholstered, and it's really small and it's really low to the ground. It's definitely old. Very old. And that's where my cat likes to sleep. Why did I lift that again? I don't know. Still not used to my knee lift. Thank you. The machine looks like something I'd consider upgrading to. I've been working on a queen size. This is a great machine for quilting. Amazing for piecing. Free motion quilting. It does amazing. I love the Juki. In many of my videos, I pretty much review this machine. Like I tell you guys all the time, this is an amazing machine. I never really have any problems with it, ever. And if I do, it's a user mistake. You know, like I speed off too fast, and it'll my thread will get tangled up on this top thingamabobber. The thingamabobber, I'm telling you. Or, you know, so it'll just be my error. I did it again. Stop lifting it. You guys gotta tell me to stop lifting that. So I could get used to my knee lift again. Oh, yeah. Yeah, but this is an amazing machine. It is definitely a workhorse, and it's not just for quilts. Like I can sew. I was for a while, my little side thing is putting patches on leather jackets, like thick motorcycle rider leather jackets, and their patches are super thick. I was putting patches on leather jackets with this machine, and it goes through amazing. Hemming jeans on this machine versus on my little brother is also better. I can tell you that because I've hemmed a pair of jeans on this since I've had it, and on the little brother. So, and the reason why I have to hem jeans is because I'm short, guys. And they don't make jeans for small, short people like me. I mean, they probably do, but not in my short stature size. How many of you guys that are here are sewing with me? Or at least, you know, sewing something in while I'm sewing something. And you all better be in your pajamas, because it's pajama time. All right, last ones. Woohoo! Step one is almost complete. I'm just having so much fun with this. It makes me feel like I'm not sick, but I am. It makes me excited. Doing stuff like this really excites me. The brother PS I-59. It looks like your machine. I love it. It's a workhorse too, and it does free motion great. And I don't think it's as loud. Really? I was gonna get the brother at first, and then I found that I was playing with the Juki at a store, and I liked the Juki over anything else. So, and when I bought my long arm, actually, the original long arm I wanted was the Juki 2200 QBP long arm, and it's 21 inches. I really wanted it, but it's like $5,000 more than the one I own now. So obviously I'm cheap, don't have much money to spend, and a monthly payment on something that's $5,000 more versus $5,000 less is a lot easier and better for me and Scott than it is to have, you know, something that costs more. So yeah, I've been obsessed with the Juki machines, but I like my King Quilter. I'm definitely glad with my purchase on the King Quilter, and you know, if I was to ever be bigger and need more machines or something like that, which I probably will never because it's just me, if I was to ever need another machine, like having someone here helping me all the time, and I have plenty of space in my garage, I would definitely think about getting the Juki also, so I'd have a King Quilter and a Juki. That would be pretty awesome. But if that ever happened, you know, if that ever happened, I would have to have some kind of computerized machine, because that would mean I have tons of work, which I don't. So my work is going to start slowing down any kind of side jobs, because it's almost summer, so once summer hits, I don't have as many jobs. My husband is short. I always have to hem pants. Exactly. This sewing, just laying in bed. I was laying in bed till I decided I wanted to sew. That's why I'm here. This one being a hell of a wheels. He got into my batting. He's running around crazy. I've been trying to go to bed at this time, but I am not tired, so I'll pay for it with him in sewing. Maybe he found some catnip in your sewing room, or something smelled different and made him super duper hyper. My cat gets hyper sometimes. Actually, I can't say sometimes. Every day, exactly the same time. And then he gets really, really hyper, and then he calms down, and then it's good. It's always good when he's calm. Today he was playing with, oh my God, it was so funny. I wished I was recording, but I wasn't because I didn't have my phone on me. He's playing with a shoelace. He was playing with a shoelace, and I picked up the shoelace, and I was spinning it around. He's chasing it and pawing at it and trying to bite it. And he doesn't have claws. He's been declawed. So he can't really grasp it. It has to be his teeth to do that. Anyway, so I'm playing, spinning it around. He grabbed it somehow while I spinned, and it went around his neck, but not like tight. It didn't like that. It was just playful. So it went around his neck. And I don't know if he realized it, so he put his head down like he was trying to grab it, maybe on his, on the bottom of his collar area. As he was trying to grab it, I was still in the spinning mode, and I don't know how, he did a front flip, literally a complete somersault. He went head down, his whole back rolled, and his whole body came around with it, and he landed directly on his back, and he laid there with his paws up in the air like, give me the string again, give me the string again. Like, it was so hilarious. You know what, I had to see it. But yeah, it was super funny. And lots of fun because he likes to play with shoestrings. He also likes to grab the string out of here that gets on the floor and drag it around the house. Yeah. Get up early for a doctor's appointment. A lot of you have doctor's appointment, unless you were the same one that said doctor appointment earlier, because I could have swore I saw a doctor appointment already on here. Oh well. All right, time to press. All right, so for those of you who have never heard squeak talk, shark, my iron is squeak. And I'm probably going to annoy the heck out of my husband because he's asleep. But I need to press all these so that I can go to the next step. So you guys get to see my rear end and pajamas for a few minutes. I would move the ironing board and come around the front side, but I'm not in the mood to move anything around. So I can just turn my head when I'm talking to you guys, and I can't see comments, but I'm pretty sure nobody's really saying much unless you guys are talking amongst yourselves. I like steam. I'm sorry. Hold on, let me just grab the comments. I took a bunch of edge strips and tied them together. Cats love it. Exactly, that works too. Playing with the strip. He pulls stuff out of my, you guys have seen my bucket. He pulls stuff out of that all the time. Of course, so does the baby. When she's in here, she pulls stuff out of it. So I'm still keeping the colors together, by the way, so that I can do whatever with the next step. I have no idea what I'm going to do. I don't think I'm going to take the same two over and over again, though. I think I'm going to mix it up for whatever else I do with these. to try not to steam. Let's see if I can try not to steam. That means I have to pre-press the seams before rolling them back. See, it doesn't seem like it lays really nice without steam. It's like I have to iron it more when there's no steam. Which to me, that's double the work. When I can just put some steam on it and it lays so much nicer. Just like that. That was a lot faster. I'm all about hurrying. I may miss a step, but I like to hurry things up. Hi, Aunt B. I am ready for vet appointment for my 2 dogs. Oi, that's a lot of doctor or vet appointment. 2 vet appointments. I guess when you got to take them, you take them at the same time. Probably make it easier to load them up in the car and go. Wow, right on. See? Told you. It's loud. Very loud. But it's also cute. I love it. It's funny, really. I had a seam just now. It wasn't going the way I wanted. Told you, just make sure your dogs are not listening. Does anybody else own a shark iron? And this goes for after the video when you can comment in this if you guys are watching this video after it's being recorded right now. Put in the comments who owns a shark iron. It's a Shark Professional 1500 watt. It looks like this. It looks like that on the bottom. It looks like that on the top. If anybody owns this, let me know if yours makes funny sounds. Or do you even not use water in it? Or, I mean, do you own a Shark? Do you use water in your Shark? Have you had any squeaky sounds from your Shark? I'm not going to get another iron just because this one squeaks, though, but be nice to know if any other ones are like this. I love this iron. I said that last night. Even after dropping it and fixing it. I do have Scraps he can play with. He does. When I'm pressing, he will be up and grab my fabric. He likes it. I'm going to put this even more next to me so I can see better. Go through a couple times a day. One is sleeping and the other left the room. I'm hoping my mount comes soon for this iPad so that I can put it up like where I can see it. Right now, it doesn't have a stand, so it doesn't stay. It just falls because it's really thin. Oops, that didn't press right. That's what you get for not paying attention while talking. Every single one of these blocks is way different. Not one is the same. It's so cool. Even though they look the same, they are different. All right, Beverly. Good night. I shall be on another night. Don't know when. Whenever. I come on when I come on. But just remember, I'm always here on Sunday. Oh, and I haven't checked my video process in a while either. It's at 62. It's frozen again at that same spot that it froze before I edited the video, but I went back and looked. Nothing was wrong with it. I don't know what is happening. And I can't take that section out of the video because then you guys wouldn't learn anything. And I can't remake it because the project is done. Oh my. I guess I'm going to have to remake the whole entire thing. Hi, Misty. Welcome. Working on last night's project. Pressing all the pieces. Trying to get them done really fast. So you guys are stuck with my backside while I do this. I know it doesn't make the video very appealing, but at least I'm still talking. And you guys know what pressing looks like, so just trying to do it quickly. Oh, another thing, I am pressing all these seams out, not in. Just anybody who wants to make something like this. So it might not, it might not matter when I do my next cut. I'm not sure. I don't think so because I cut everything wonky. I don't think I'll have any seams to nest except for when I put the blocks together in the quilt. Hi, Alma. Welcome. Okay, almost done. It didn't take that long. A few more pieces. Right. You might try a pipe cleaner. You know, I don't even know how I would get into the holes, honestly. But then this iron wouldn't be so special. I would have to rename him. Okay. One more. All right. Look at this wonderful, beautiful stack. Oh my. Chingam Barber is talking to me again. All right. Now, what shall I do next? Let's see. All right. Sorry, I'm checking the number to see if it's changed in the last couple seconds. So I was kind of thinking every two pieces, but I kind of think I want to mix it up. So I should just do a pile like this, where both of them of the same are in different stacks, like that. So that way they're well mixed up. I don't know how well you guys can see what I'm doing here. There, now you can see what I'm doing. So I'm just putting one of each in two separate piles, so that way I can fully mix everything up. And yes, I am burping under my voice. Okay, a lot of pieces here to do this with, but I'm having fun. That's all that matters. What time is it for you guys? I'm at 11:24 p.m. What are you guys at? Oops, I need to press this piece just a little bit better. This will also help me see the pieces that need to be pressed better. 12:30 for Misty, 12:24 for Teresa. Chris, 1:24 a.m. Dang. 12 for Jim, 12:24 for Billy, and 12:24 for June 25. Same thing. You guys all have your clocks set weird. Some of you are exactly the same time, some of you are not. That's funny. So none of you, looks like, are even in my time zone right now. I kind of figured you meant AM. If it was PM, you'd be exactly on the opposite side of the world. Northern Idaho. Yeah, that is not the same time zone as me. 125 Eastern Standard for Sister Marie. I am just going back and forth. One in each pile. That way, I can do 2 piles totally differently for whatever I end up doing. I think I'm going to make them wonky 9 patches, honestly. I think that sounds the best. Because then they'll be like, I don't know, around 8 inches after I take another seam. Some of them are different, but let's just look, yeah. So like right now, they're almost 8.5. This one's almost 9, so some are different. All right, so I'm going to start with 1 stack at a time. You are not in ours. Technically, I'm with you guys right there. So you guys are partially in my time zone. Whoever contributed to my birthday quote, you are in my time zone. Yes, pretty much. All right, so now I'm just going to take the top 2. Yeah, same direction. I'm going to put them in the same direction, like this. So my seams will be in the long direction, like this. And I'm going to go ahead and cut 2 more wonky lines, straight or wonky. So I'm just going to take the 2. Just going to keep doing it in stacks of 2, like this. So I'm going to take 2 more. And as long as the outers and inner colors are not the same, it should come out really funky. So none of these match so far, so which is good. So I'm just going to lay them like this and start cutting 2, 2, 2 out of each. Oh yeah, see, none of them are matching so far. That is so good. Everything's going to be totally different. Yay! I need my ruler and cutter. I didn't get to do your birthday block. That's okay. I'll do something else again someday. Okay, 2 more. I'm just going to start making stacks of 2 and then pull and cut, pull and cut. That way they're already ready for me to cut and sew. So again, for those of you who want to do something like this, taking both of the ones that I have cut and I'm putting them like this, both of the seam sides together instead of turning them, because there's really no way to do that one unless you were to sew on the diagonal, which would be cool, but you'd be losing a lot of fabric this way because one is way bigger than the other. You can see that. So I definitely do them this way. So they will be wonky 9 patches. And if any two match as you're going, just go to the next one down. So I'm just making a ton. And I'll just cut and pull from my stack here. That way it's all pre-stacked right sides together for these ones. Right? Actually, it kind of doesn't really matter if they're right sides or wrong sides together, honestly. Because I'm just going to make 2 wonky cuts. No, it does matter because I need the cuts to be in the same direction, huh? Yes. So right sides up. I don't know why I just had a brain fart. I'm looking at it like I always think right sides together is the correct way, but not always. Just make a ton of sets. So down. It's cut in the middle. Nah, you mean like a 4 patch? So hold on, let's fold 2 of these together. So if I sewed down, they would end up, let's see if I can't hold this. I kind of like the 4 patch or 9 patch idea, because if I was to sew, cut down the middle and sew, they would look like that. And none of these sides on these blocks, because they were wonky cuts, look at how wonky that is. None of them match. And I don't want to have to trim them off first. So I'm just going to stack them and cut them. Same as I did the first time. 2 cuts. 2 equal seams. This will be nice and funky. Plus it settles my boredom problem. Gives me something to do. Alright, you just keep stacking them. And I'll just pull a couple at a time. I like wonky. I like wonky too. I'll have to check it out later. No, wait. Hold on. Okay. Could also do some that you sew all the way around and cut on the diagonal. She said, my first video just loaded. Took an hour to load a 2-minute video. Your first video? Oh, are you on your channel, you mean? Mine take forever to load. If this video would ever finish the editing process, it's gonna take like at least 12 hours to upload because it's long. But it's a start to finish, 100% start to finish of a project. So unfortunately, it's not editing properly or saving to the edit properly. And I don't know how to fix that because I don't know what's wrong. But it's froze in the same area it froze before. But this time I'm just letting it sit. So we'll see whatever's wrong with it by the time it finishes. I probably could have just cut and took them to the machine and not had to stand here, but I'm actually kind of calm standing here putting these together like this. And so far, none of them have matched. Every single one of them does not have the same 2 colors in them. So they may be close. Like these 2 are close in contrast, so I can swap them, but I'm not going to. They're close, but not the same color. And 2 more, which I will cut these 2 first. So let me show you what I'm doing. So they're aligned on the straight. I'm just just going to cut 2 lines like I've been doing the whole entire time. There should be no seams to match. I'm going to plop the bottom to the top and the top to the bottom, just like so, and have wonky 9 patches. I wanted to do a quilting video, but YouTube said it was too long and I don't have time to mess with it now to just load a video on my dog swimming. It's a start. Yes, on my channel. Okay. I'll have to go look. All right. I'm going to sew these together real quick and see what it looks like and press it and show you. So I'm just going to line them up and sew. And I'll hold my seams to stay the way that, that I laid them. These 2 right sides together. Flip it around, put the match on the other side. Flip it around, match on the other side. And then I'll press these 2. All right, let's press and see what we have. I like wonky. It's fun. No matching seams. Everything just sitting wherever. The color is going to blend so nicely throughout this quilt. Again, I'm just pressing the seams out. The color is going to blend so good throughout this whole entire quilt. So there's one. Very wonky. Let's see if you can see the color better. So this is blue-gray and then a dab of that mustard-looking color and pink. And then here's the opposite block. Very wonky. I think this is going to look really cool. It's going to look like a beginner quilt, which to me is very cool. All right, so there's 2. Let's do 2 more. And then the next stack, instead of the other stack, instead of putting the top 2, I'm going to take 1 from the top and 1 from the bottom, pair them up. 1 from the top, 1 from the bottom, pair those up. So that way these ones come all from the top, but if I went from the bottom, it would be the same exact 2 and 2 and 2 and 2 and 2. So the next one will go 1 from the top, 1 from the bottom. That way the colors are even more mixed through. All right. Let's do these ones. I could probably do these 1 or 2 at a time. Let me try doing them 2 at a time. I'm not matching any seams, so what would it matter? I'm still swapping though. That way it blends the colors together. Ooh, this is going to be so fun. Nothing's going to be the same. I love it. I really like crazy. I really do. I like crazy. I like wonky. I also like not having to nest seams or match seams. I definitely like to not have to pay attention because it's so much easier to not pay attention. Hi, greener pastures. That's cute. I am sleepy. I'll watch the rest tomorrow. Okay, Billy. Good night. Get some sleep. What do you do with your finished projects? Well, greener pastures. Normally, I quilt them. You know, get it ready for the next step. And then if I don't have nobody planned for it in the family as a gift, which I don't normally, then I list them for sale. And if they don't sell, I have a whole cupboard filled with for sale quilts. I don't know what to do with them because, well, they're for sale and nobody's bought them. But quilters usually don't buy a quilt from a quilter, so I don't know what to do with them. They are for sale. I've donated so many, but I do need to make, like, especially a lot of the videos that I've made from some of the projects that were made in videos. It'd be nice to sell them to reimburse me, if this makes any sense, for the fact that I'm giving the project away for free, you know, the video, and I have to purchase the fabric and supplies and whatever to make it. And I'm not getting paid to do this. This is me having fun. So sometimes my having fun is a little expensive. We all know that. So I have a big stack of stuff to sell, and it just goes in a pile, and if somebody doesn't buy it, it sits in the cupboard. You know? And then some of my projects are because tutorials are because it was a customer project and I was allowed to make a tutorial of it. So that's what I do. This will get finished just like any other project. I have a ton still hanging ready to be long armed, but yeah. I'm going to just keep going and iron later, but I'll iron these and show you first, I guess, while I'm here at the iron. Oops, there you go. Oh, these look so cool. They literally just are messy, and I like it. And they're very blended, that's for sure. Definitely don't want to wake anyone. That's why I'm not really ironing most of this project. But some of it needs to be done. Okay, coming back on the screen now. So here's the next few. Isn't that so cool? Because it's just funky. I know I will have to trim all of these down because they are not any specific size. You can tell some blocks were bigger. So they will all get trimmed down. All right, and then here's these two that are opposites. Let's see if I can't hold them correctly. But they're totally opposites, so the color will blend through this quilt amazingly, perfectly. All right, so there's all that so far. And now I just need to cut more. How long have I been on? An hour and 23 minutes. Yeah, okay, let me read some comments. Okay, let's see. Up night, June. I understand I can only give away so many quilts. Yeah, I've given tons away. Tons. And then I obviously am keeping my birthday quilt for myself. My a girl's best friend, the big huge diamond quilt, that's mine personally, my quilt. And then my first it's not my first, but I put together a bunch of just 10-inch squares and started quilting, starting on a small machine until I got this one. I started free motion quilting ideas. Every square has a different piece in it, and I started it years ago and just finished it last year. So that's it was originally my personal quilt when I first started. I was like, oh, I need to make myself one too, because I made every kid one, and I was like, okay. So I made myself one. I kept that. So I kind of rotate between, and then I have a hexagon quilt I made. I kept for myself. And then Scott's quilt, obviously we have that, his wolf quilt with the curved log cabin blocks. And then I have a square quilt that I made here. Every other square is a color and then a solid color to show the difference of using black. I just did that just using black for your every other square. Total highlight, looks awesome. It's very densely quilted, but it is a small toddler quilt. Fits perfectly on a toddler bed, so we have that here too. That's a usable everyday quilt. And then my cat has his own quilt, and then my son has his quilt, and then there's a quilt here, and there's a quilt there, and there's quilts everywhere, and then there's the ones in the cupboard that were for sale. So I've kept quite a bit of them, but there are a lot. I make a lot of baby quilts because sometimes baby quilts and lap quilts are easier to make for you guys on video. So yeah. And now I'm on my purse kick because it's actually easier to make a purse than it is to make a whole quilt. So I'm having fun with it. Just ordered pre-cuts to make a quilt for my wife. Awesome, Jim. Great job. Great idea. Yeah, this is fun. This is fun. All right, let's do a couple more. And then I'm going to get off of here. Again, I'm just randomly cutting. I don't care how wonky or straight or funky. Just swapping them out. Definitely moving the color around for sure. It's very fun. And I'm going to turn this just a little because I think I was not in the frame very well. Let's make both of these both go that way. Look at that. That'll be fun. Yeah, there's two. Let's do two more. Let's do these ones straight as I can get them with a tiny bit like that. Yeah, that'll be fun. And one more. Let's do these, which is all in my way. It doesn't really matter. I'm just cutting them. All right. And swap. All right. Now let's sew them all. There we go. Okay. I gotta stop using the iron though, no matter what I do, because I don't want to wake anybody. On that side of the wall and on that side of the wall. The one behind you and the one behind me are both sleeping people, so. It would help if I would have noticed I was out of bobbin. Look at that, I went through a whole bobbin in an hour, guys. Because I just put it in. It's crazy. Aunt B says I never get to keep one for myself. Someone always wants the ones I'd like to keep. Well, my kids know they can't have mine. They're mine. They can't have them. So I can either waste thread and do one at a time like this. I mean, there's nothing wrong with that. It keeps me from having to get up. And or I can chain piece them, which I prefer doing, but I just wanted to show you that I can just do them one at a time if I wanted. Yeah, that's not going to work. I'd rather throw a whole pile over. Okay. I ordered a ruler to cut multiple strips. Should save money, I hope. Oh, you mean one of those, is it Stripology? Is that what it's called? Like, or something like that? It's a ruler with slats in it to cut 2.5 or 3 or 1 or whatever size inch strips you want to cut. Or some are just only for 2.5 inch or something. I don't know how it works, but that'd be it. Oh, okay. I don't know if I need one of those. Now that Teresa sent me, the other Teresa, now that the other Teresa that's not here sent me the one that sticks to the fabric really good, even though I have to pick up the ruler every time, I'm actually cutting my strips more accurately and more faster. So, I don't know. I don't think I need to get another ruler. But never know. Someday I might get lazy and need something else. Be like, oh, wouldn't it be easier to just cut this or cut that? I don't think I'll ever get one of those die systems. I mean, everybody talks about it, saying how much easier it is. And I have arthritis and MS. So I know that in the future, a lot of the tasks that are involved with quilting are going to be harder for me. But I kind of feel like if I make things easier for myself, then I won't be as anxious or wanting to get up and do it to help myself feel better, because I use this for therapy. So I'm kind of hesitant on any of that kind of stuff in the future, because I don't want to rely on saving anything. I know my wrists are going to hurt, my elbows are going to hurt, or my back, you know, it always does anyway. But when I get more advanced and I'm stuck in a wheelchair, I mean, I taught myself to quilt on a long arm in a wheelchair. So I don't know if I want to make things easier for myself. I kind of think that making everything stay the same until I can't do it no more, then I'll switch out to other stuff. But to each his own. I think I'm just going to stick with what I'm used to and what I know for now, instead of ordering special supplies, especially that cutting thing. Nothing against anyone who owns one, but that, I don't even know what it's called. You can either roll it or press a button and you put a die in it. Quilts talks about it all the time. She has one. It's a special cuttery thingamabobber. I forgot what it's called. Sorry. It's not coming to my brain. But I think I'm going to stick without all that specialty stuff for now and just do what I do. Besides my having a seam guide, because I cannot sew a straight line for the life of me. That's the only thing I need extra help with. My seam guide. But yeah, there's a rotary cutter that I tried when I was at the quilt show. You hold it in your hand instead of like this, you know. The thing is down, that comes up, and then it has a side handle, like you hold it to the side and cut, or I don't know what side it was on, but I don't know, supposedly supposed to save your wrist on cutting or whatever. I didn't like it. I didn't like the way my hand held it. I didn't like there's no twist or movement in the wrist to just go. I don't know. I think that the motion of moving things around helps you stretch, you know, instead of being in one position over, especially if you cut a lot like I do. There's a couple other products that I've tried that I'm like, I don't know if it's going to save me. I do want a seam ripper, a helpful seam ripper. That's one thing I do need to get, is a really good seam ripper. I need something that I can hold in my hand, because these little ones, I keep breaking them. Like, I really keep breaking them. And I don't know if I'm holding it correctly or if I seam rip wrong or something, but I think I need something with more of like a pin like handle that's bigger. I don't know. But I've never tried any other seam rippers. Well, Michelle sent me one, but it's out in the garage at the long arm because it's the best. It's not the kind that you guys think. It just has a longer handle. It's a rubber grip. But it just helps with the long arm on that. It's different than seam ripping in here, though. Seam ripping from long arm stitches gone bad is a little bit different. All right. My iron is making noise. I'm going to turn it off real quick. So I'm not going to press. I'm just going to keep sewing for now. Let's sew a couple more, I guess. I was going to go, but I think I'll just keep sewing. It's going to be cool. Maybe 3 at a time because I can reach 3 better. Look at these. The colors are blending like perfectly around. Blending, blending, blending. Very nicely. So dangerous. Too many cool gadgets. Yeah, exactly. AccuCut. That's what it was called. Something go. AccuCut. No, AccuCut. No. Oh my gosh. I forgot. A Creek. I think those ones at Greener Pastures. I think that the Creek-Cut or Circuit or whatever it's actually called. I think that's for paper crafts because they sell them at Tuesday morning. They have. Sorry, I'm holding my back, by the way. It's kind of hurting. They sell them at Tuesday morning, and it doesn't say it's for fabric. It says for making like cards, your own cards and paper crafts, and blah 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 blah. Didn't say that it was for fabric, so I don't actually know what it's for. And then maybe it's AccuQuilt Go, the other one, or AccuCut Go, or AccuQuilt. No, I have no idea. Now I can't even think about it. Now that I'm talking about it, I can't even think about it. We all know what you're talking about. Exactly. Never caught the name of that ruler. Do you remember what it's called? Oh, the one that Teresa gave me. Hold on. I have to keep it under the table. It is a quilterselect.com. This thing is absolutely amazing. I don't even know if you can see the reading. It says it right there. This thing is absolutely amazing how it sticks to the fabric and stuff. I just have to pick it up every time. That's the only problem with it. But my 2.5-inch cuts for binding and stuff have been way more better using this ruler now than when I was using my Fiskar. So that's a really good positive for this. So anything that's that I'm cutting from the bolt, this helps me a lot better now. So it's very nice. AccuCut. Okay. I knew it was Accu something. That was AccuQuilt. What's AccuQuilt then? Maybe that's something else. What? 967? It was just at 964 a little bit ago. It was at 960 when I started this video. When I started the video, opened up my YouTube. So in an hour and 39 minutes, I got that many more. 7 more. So thank you to all my new subscribers. I'm getting there. I will be at 1,000 before you know it. That is AccuQuilt. Oh, so AccuQuilt is the AccuCut machine. I guess I understand. I saw every time I go to the quilt show every year, I watch the demo. It's cool and all, but there's one problem. When I go to the quilt shop, they sell that, whatever that's called, something. I think ours is the Go ones, though, at our quilt shop. They're really cool. She sells the automatic kind, but she also has the little crank kind, but she has an automatic one. The die things, little cutters, and you can buy tons of different ones for them. It's like $30 for one cutter, when I could just trace a picture that looks just like it out of a coloring book and then cut the fabric out. I mean, I don't know. And I guess the tool that would help with doing it that way would be Rob Appel's little, I actually think his cutter is called the Shark Cutter. It's a little tiny rotary cutter, but it's smaller. I have a 28 millimeter blade, but it's even smaller. It's like 16 millimeter or something. I have no idea. It's like super small. And yeah, I think I would do it that way. Just cut a page out of a coloring book and then just use that little thing. Bam, go around it and raw edge applique. Just like that. And then I wouldn't have to spend all that money, and my husband wouldn't have to want to kill me. He doesn't really think about that, but he does not like when I buy things. I am on a very strict budget right now because property taxes is coming up. And you guys all know, if you own a home, you know what property taxes do. Every year, something we all dread. But if you don't pay it, you don't have a home to live in. The government can take it away. So I'm kind of on a budget of do not spend any money, Tiffany. You can't buy that, Tiffany. Don't buy that. Thank you. I could really use one of those. One of what? Those little itty bitty shark cutters or whatever I was talking about, the Rob Appel things. I think that's what it's called. I'd have to Google it. I'm going to try to remember because I just watched an older video when Rob Appel was man sewing, and he was doing some kind of applique, and he's like, just take this little cutter and follow around this and trace that, and bam, done. It was really cool. Like, I mean, probably have to get used to following the lines, but I could follow a line with a big rotary cutter too, but they had a really tiny blade, so it was like, and I watched the video and it looked so easy. But I don't know if any of his, no, he has, since he's been just making it fun videos, he has used it. Before he started going around to quilt shops, he did an applique video and he pulled out his little thing. That's why I think I remember that it was called the Shark applique cutter. Shark applique cutter. That's what it was called. Sometimes I remember things. Sometimes I don't. Sometimes I do, sometimes I don't. Okay. Let's get some more. So I'm probably going to be, after I sew these, I'm going to probably go and drag this, on another night. But that's okay, because I could try to restrain myself from doing anything, or I can just finish the project and come back on and say, hey, look, it's done. I know how you guys like to watch me do it, though. And how I talk and explain things and answer questions and blah, 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 blah. I think it's fun. Hanging out when I can't sleep. Hi, Anne. Let's see. Yep. I know what you're talking about. I gotta go pay ours this week. Yeah, ours is coming soon. So due in February. Let's see. Well, I gotta go try to get some sleep. Good night, good night, everyone. Keep on making. I am. Good night, Teresa. Sweet dreams, night. And I'm actually sewing the puff quilt I told you about last night. I'm not a sewer, been a paper crafter for over 20 years plus, but been learning to sew. I am so excited for you. Puff quilts are so much fun. Just be careful because it does get a little hard to swoosh the puffs together, but they're so much fun. I wanted to, and when I first made my first puff quilts, I made a lot. Those were actually the most popular thing I've made to sell. I wanted to take 10-inch squares, like layer cake, and make a big, huge puff quilt. But I don't know if I'd even be able to hold it up because that's a lot of stuff and then some big puff squares, I don't know if I'd be able to hold it up to sew them together. So I haven't made it. Plus it'll take a lot of stuffing. But guess what? I have so much stuffing from having batting to quilts. Leftover batting becomes pillow stuffing and or project stuffing because you just chop it up and stuff it in. It's just like using the cotton. Sometimes it just rips up. So I have a ton of it. So I can probably stuff a lot of puffs that are huge for my bed and have it as something I lay on top of instead of laying under because that would be like so very heavy. But it would be so very awesome. And to complete it, because the puff would be so big as a 10-inch square, every single puff you could take a yarn and push it through from the top to the bottom, turning to make it look like it's 4 little puffs in each puff so that it would flatten it out just a little bit more for such a big, huge bed and call it like the pillow top. The pillow top for kings and queens, because it would be very, very fluffy. And I like to sleep on soft, fluffy stuff. So that would be like the most awesomest puff quilt ever. Downside is it would never be able to be washed because it would be huge. It would have to be hand washed, but it would get so heavy you wouldn't be even able to hang it on a clothesline to dry it. So unfortunately, there's big downsides to something that big, and not even an industrial washing machine at the laundromat would fit it because it would be so big. So there would be some downsides to having a puff quilt that big, but it definitely would be awesome. Yes, it would be dreamy. Okay, let's see. The ruler that doesn't slip. What about the ruler that doesn't slip? Didn't I just show it? Wow, that would be huge. Yes, it would be huge. Never made a puff quilt. I'd like to try because I have a lot of fiber fill too. Yes, puff quilts are fun. You should try it, Greener Pastures. Definitely a lot of fun to make. And babies love them. Every single person that has gotten one of mine is a baby. And let me tell you, and even adults love them. Stick it on the couch and, just throw it on the couch and sit your behind on it and use it as like an extra softness. Or you can roll it up kind of and stick it behind your lower back, like I'm probably needing to do with a pillow behind my back right now because it's hurting, and use it as like a little pillow to seat you up straight and make your back not hurt kind of thing. Yeah, there's so many options. You could probably even use it as a pillow, but it's definitely great for babies to have playtime on the floor, Puff quilts are definitely fun to make. And they don't need much supplies, especially if you're making a small one. trying not to use my lift. Gotta use the knee. So hard to get used to. Okay. Let's sew these last pieces on, and then I can probably get going. So if you guys want to ask questions or say something before I finish these up, now would be the time. Out of curiosity, can any of you hear my radio in the background? I'm trying to find that level to where I don't get in trouble by YouTube for having copyright music or whatever they want to call it in the background. So my music is next to me under the table to where you guys shouldn't be able to hear it. But I'm trying to find that level where I can still hear it with the sewing machine. So out of curiosity, can you hear it at all? Not at all. When I tell my grandson I'm going to make him a quilt, he asks if I remember to make a heavy one. So he wants pretty much a weighted blanket or a weighted quilt blanket. Can't hear it. Okay, you guys. Awesome that you can't hear it. That's good, good, good. Have you ever made a weighted quilt? Nope. I've been meaning to, but I need to get more holly pellets. I don't have enough poly pellets for my weight. And right now I have enough quilts and blankets on my bed for the weight, even though I've been sweating my butt off having that many. But I have a general idea, and I have written it down of how I want to make one that's different than other ones that other people make. So I don't know. I haven't done it yet though, but I plan to. Just know I plan to do it someday. It'll probably be something I have to do for summertime. That way I can have the weight and not all the blankets, because it does get hot here in the summer. All right. Okay. Let's see. I have made weighted ones. So Aunt B has made a weighted one. All right, guys. Well, if anybody has any questions, ask them. I'm going to get off of here, and then next time I come back on, I'll either have maybe try to finish these on the side, at least the stack that's here, and then pair up the other ones and sew most of those, and then I can just get to the next part, because I will iron off screen. I did that yesterday or last night after I got off, went potty, and I came back in here and I just ironed them real quick. So yeah, I'm just gonna go and take some medicine and watch some TV for a while, I guess. All right, let's see. Glad I looked and seen you on. You have your notifications set on, the little bell set to know when I come on. And I come on at all sorts of weird times for those of you who are new to my channel. Insomniac episodes are always after 10 p.m. throughout any day of the week, and they're always named Insomniac episode. I don't actually tell you what I'm doing in them. You just have to watch and see, because it's like a TV episode. You never know what's going to happen. So Sunday videos are always around 5 p.m. every single Sunday. Most of the time, whether I'm sick or not, I still come on. There have been a few instances, like 3 times now, that I didn't come on because I was in an MS attack that my legs and arms stopped working. So and then any other video is usually just an upload of something, and or I do some of the things live and then an upload because someone wants further directions. So, and then I have a couple long arm videos, but those are not live stream, those are just uploads. So just watch for that. Yes, I do, but wasn't on. Went to see about how many puffs, width and length, and seen you on. I am usually up till 2 a.m. nightly myself crafting. Okay, Yeah, I watch lots of channels, and some I get notifications for, and some I don't. I guess it's just YouTube. It's finicky with that. I don't know. So, all right, guys. Well, I'm glad you guys can all join me in your pajamas and get some stuff done. Oops, I touched the wrong button. So I'm glad you guys could join me. Chris, have a good night. And Tiffany and everyone. All right, Chris, you have a good night too. All of you. Let's see who's here. We got Chris, Ann, Aunt B, Misty, Greener Pastures. Oh my God, I can't see anymore. Can I say that? We got Jim here. I said Misty already. And whoever else, because there's no names that are recent. See you all later. Good night, everyone. Okay, good night. All right, guys. See you next time. And if you're new to my channel, subscribe down there. That way. Like and share my videos, guys. And I will be at 1,000 soon, so you won't have to see this blurry screen anymore, hopefully. Night all.